Published 4:10 Eastern Standard Time, the 28th of February 2018. Updated 5:38 Eastern Standard Time, the 28th of February 2018. He was detained at a Brazilian airport last week due to issues with his visas. But Phil Collins hasn't let the drama taint his time in the country, as his South American tour saw him deliver yet another crowd-pleasing performance at Porto Alegre's Beira-Rio Stadium on Tuesday night. While the 67-year-old star's vocals had no trouble reverberating around the huge venue, his debilitating health woes saw the star forced to sit down throughout the show. Phil Collins' problems with foot drop saw the music icon forced to sit during his show at Brazil's Beira-Rio Stadium in Porto Alegre on Tuesday night, after the star was detained at a Brazilian airport last Tuesday. In the Air Tonight hitmaker has had pull up a chair during a number of sets following a fall on his way to the bathroom last year, which saw Phil forced to cancel a number of shows. A statement was released at the time, which read, "Phil suffers from drop foot as a result of a back operation which makes it difficult to walk. He rose in the middle of the night to go to the toilet and slipped in his hotel room, hitting his head in the fall on a chair." Health woes. While the 67-year-old star's vocals had no trouble reverberating around the huge venue, his frailness showed as he sat down throughout the show. Crowd pleaser, Phil kicked off his South American tour in Rio, at the famous Maracana Stadium, last Thursday, and has since performed in Sao Paulo. Was taken to hospital where he had stitches for a severe gash on his head close to his eye and is recovering well. He returned to the stage last June to perform at British Summertime Festival in Hyde Park, where he once again delivered the show from his chair. Phil kicked off his South American tour in Rio, at the famous Maracana Stadium, last Thursday, and has since performed in Sao Paulo. His 11-date run will next see him jet to Mexico, before he moves on to Peru and Colombia. Last Tuesday, the former Genesis frontman was faced with yet more obstacles. ATFER. He was detained for more than 3 hours at Rio de Janeiro's Galeão International Airport before being let into the country. Giving it his all, Phil was still full of energy despite his debilitating condition. In demand, his 11-date run will next see him jet to Mexico, before he moves on to Peru and Colombia. The musician is said to have been kept waiting after officials discovered he didn't have a work visa. During his series of 2007 shows, Phil dislocated a vertebra in his neck, undergoing years of surgery, electroshock therapy, water therapy and physiotherapy to sort it out. He spoke about his problems with alcohol at a press conference to announce his return to the spotlight, revealing he was no stranger to drinking bottles of vodka for breakfast. The musician, estimated to have a fortune of £115 million, made no mention of his Brazil hold-up on his social media accounts. He's back. Collins announced his comeback tour in October 2016 after coming out of retirement.